Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with another Viking Orations. Got another review for you today, the first of a couple of releases that were sent to me by Vargheist Records to check out and give my opinion on, and we're going to kick things off with a debut EP from the band Flesh Configuration, entitled Adapt, Swarm, Planet. Now, if you're not familiar with Flesh Configuration, they are a brutal death metal band with members spread out between Mississippi, North Carolina, and South Carolina, so they're kind of a little bit of everywhere. But yeah, these guys have been around since 2020, featuring Jared Cave Moran on drums. He's, of course, in Maggot Crown, Slog, among a host of other bands and projects. You have Blake Scott handling the guitars. He's formerly of Putrefying Cadaverment, among others. You have Justin Vallis, who handles all the vocals. He is in Maggot Crown, Vallis, among several other projects that he has. You have, or has and had, I should say, because he's told me before he only really likes to have about 3 projects going at a time. But yeah, then finally you have Nicholas Kveldofsson, hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, I apologize, handling the bass. As I said, this is the band's debut EP. It is 6 tracks, just a little under 21 minutes in length. They do have one previous demo called Cursed Resurrection that came out back in 2020. And this particular project is essentially Putrefying Cadaverment, who basically broke up in 2021. And basically 3/4 of this band here, minus Nicholas, were in Putrefying Cadaver, so this is essentially Putrefying Cadaverment under a new name. And really, I really enjoyed their demo under this moniker, so I was very excited to check this EP out once it was sent to me. And yeah, the guitars on here are they're heavy and chunky, yet the tone is very dirty sounding, mixing these fast-paced riffs with some more chuggy passages and some pinch harmonics, as well as these slower, kind of dissonant riffs at times. I really loved Nicholas's bass tone on here. It's thick and heavy, yet very techy sounding and very easily heard in the mix throughout the entire thing. It never gets buried. And of course, you know me, I love bass, so to have it that, high up in the mix, yet not overpowering, is just absolutely awesome, because I love hearing a good bass. And, as always, Cave is just an absolute beast on the drums. The drum production on here is actually very organic sounding, with lots of nice patterns, rolls, and fills, and just absolutely killer blast beats. Vocally, you get kind of a low growl / roar. It's kind of croaky a little bit. Once you hear him, you will understand what I'm talking about. For the most part, that is his general, the most used vocal style on here, though he does also throw these absolutely nasty sounding screams as well. Let me get my page turned here, sorry. All right, now in track number 1, basically the lead-off track, Revitalized Impurification. At the 150 mark, the riffs here have an almost black metal-ish feel to them, I think. I just love that slow, heavy bass riffing underneath them. I just thought that sounded really badass. Track number 4, Cesspool Vortex Enigma. At the 145 mark, they do this sort of, dun-dun, dun-dun pattern with the drums and the guitars. And then after this kind of like drum roll style pattern at the 2-minute mark, there's a really cool, noodly bass part that's just so cool sounding. And then you get this slow, heavy, chugged section with these just absolutely menacing sounding growls underneath. Absolutely badass song. Overall, I think this is an solid EP full of just heavy yet technical sounding brutal death metal. I've been a fan of the work of most of the members of this band, and the only one new to me is actually Nicholas, so I'm anxious to see what this project has in store for us going forward. But I definitely enjoyed this EP, and I would definitely recommend checking it out if you love brutal death metal. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. As always, I will be leaving a link down below so you can check out the band on their Bandcamp, pick up a copy of the CD, a shirt, whatever. They definitely deserve your support. And yeah, that is going to do it. Go check out Flesh Configuration. And until next time, stay brutal.